If this video is showing up for you right now, it is no coincidence. I am manifesting this reaches the people it's supposed to reach. You are meant for so much more, and it's time for you to stop wasting time and tap into your potential. If you're watching this, you're someone who knows that you're meant for big things. You have a purpose you're meant to fulfill, but for some reason you feel like you can't fix your habits and actually make these changes happen. So I wanted to make a video for the people who it's going to reach, talking about how you actually make those changes and make that shift to become this version of you that reaches your potential. Because it's such a frustrating feeling when you know that you're meant for big things, but for some reason you're just stuck in your old habits that are keeping you stagnant. And the reason this happens is because your brain is so used to comfort, and subconsciously, if you know you're meant for big things, you know this is going to be a lot of work. This is going to be a lot of effort. You're going to be putting yourself out there and taking a risk. You're not going down that traditional path to do this thing you want to do or to make these changes and do better for yourself. It's going to feel different. And we're wired as humans to crave comfort. So you reaching for these things that you know are going to make your life better, even though you know it makes your life better, it's making your life different. So your brain and your nervous system is going to do everything it can to stop you. So until you make these changes into habits, it's gonna feel like you're fighting against yourself. That's when you'll get into the cycle of doom scrolling on your phone, procrastinating, falling off on your nutrition or your fitness or whatever goals you're trying to reach. You're gonna start falling off and getting inconsistent. And the reason that happens is because you're scared. You know that once you make these changes, you might lose people from your life. You might shift completely in your reality. And even though this shift is most likely going to be a positive thing, it's an unknown. And when you're walking into an unknown, your body is going to try to keep you back in what you know, even if what you know is scrolling on social media for hours and that's not serving you. So we need to break that. The first thing that really helps me to make these changes is you have to start visualizing this better version of yourself, because once you can start to picture it, it gets way easier to actually make changes. So whether you're journaling or sitting down and meditating, find a way to visualize this higher version of yourself who has accomplished these goals, and picture what they do day to day, what they look like, how they act, and do this in detail. Like, you want to think of everything from what you're wearing, how you're expressing yourself, the people you're around, even the food you're eating for breakfast, like the way you wake up in the morning, everything. Because the more you can visualize it and write it down or picture it, it's gonna start to become more of a reality for you, because right now your body is afraid of the unknown. But once you start to see what this life looks like, it becomes less scary to do, because even though it's not a habit in your reality yet, your brain is getting used to the idea of you being this version of yourself. And when you can start to write down or visualize what you do day to day, you can slowly start to make those changes and implement it. What I also find really helpful for breaking bad habits is, if you're thinking about something and you're procrastinating it, the best advice I can give you is do what you want to do the second you think of it. Like, don't say, oh, I need to go to the gym, I'm going to go later, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Or don't say, I need to cook this meal, but I'm going to do it later. When you get the urge to do something that's going to help you, do it right when you have that urge. And if you can get in the habit of doing that, it's going to become more and more of a habit that you just start taking actions. Because the more you put it off, you start to get nervous about it, and it's just gonna psych you out and you're gonna get scared. But if you don't even give yourself a chance to do it, it makes it easier. Like, in the morning, I have a bad habit of clicking snooze, and the best way to get up is the second the alarm goes off, you get up and you go turn it off and you're already out of bed. Like, before your brain has a chance for that fear or that doubt or that worry to sink in, you've already gotten up to do it. Because usually getting up to do it is the hardest step. Like, if you're trying to create something, if you want to work on your business, you want to go to the gym, the hardest part is getting up to go do the thing. Deep down, if there's something that's meant for you to do, you're going to want to do it. Like, when I'm at the gym, I love being at the gym. I'm happy there. I feel amazing. It's just the getting up to go to the gym that's hard. So what I found that helps with that is waking up first thing in the morning, I go to the gym. When you're trying to reach your potential, your habits are going to be so important. I highly recommend you read Atomic Habits by James Clear. Such a good book. It's so helpful for helping you actually make these changes happen. But one thing that I got from it that was really helpful is two things, I guess, is to make these changes and habits that you want to make easy and accessible, and to make them attractive. Like, you want to romanticize these things in your life and make it something you enjoy. You also want to make it easy to make these changes. So let's say you're having trouble getting up and going to the gym. Pick out your gym outfit the night before. Already have it planned in your schedule that you're gonna go at this specific time, and have your outfit sitting out on the bed with your shoes, everything all ready to go. Your water bottle ready, your gym bag packed, because instead of saying, okay, like, I don't feel like going and packing or picking an outfit, you're ready to go. And when you wake up and you see that, it's gonna be so much easier for you to actually take action. Or when it comes to making it more attractive, let's say you wanna go work on your business, do something that's gonna make it enjoyable for yourself. If you like having your cute little coffee, get that set up, or go to your favorite little lounge, coffee shop, do something that's gonna make it a romanticized experience for you, where you're going to be enjoying the process of it, because then you're excited to go, and then it is just that extra motivation that's going to get you going towards what you need to do. Something else that I think is one of the hardest things to get over, at least for me, and it's been a huge thing when it comes to the procrastinating and being afraid of doing what you want to do, is being addicted to your phone, because that is just this dopamine rush, this comfort that is really doing nothing for your life and is just keeping you stuck. I'm probably gonna make a whole episode about getting over phone addictions, because there's a lot that goes into that. But one of the main things that helped me when it comes to any bad habit, like eating junk food, procrastinating in any type of way, doom scrolling, start by saying out loud to yourself, I am choosing to make this habit. Once you start to become aware of it as the first step, you're gonna wanna do it less. Like, the way that it works, it's crazy, because I started when I was doom scrolling on my phone being like, you are procrastinating, you talking to myself, being like, you are procrastinating, doing the things you need to do. This is holding you back from being who you know you need to be, and this is serving you in no way. And at the beginning, I would still scroll a little, but this actually helped so much, because then it's like you're too aware of it to keep doing it. And eventually, as you're scrolling, you're like, you know what? I'm good. You know, if you're going and reaching for the cookies a million times, you're gonna start to realize, if you say out loud to yourself, I am going against what I want in life, and this is not the path that's going to lead me to the goal that I want to achieve by reaching for all these snacks over and over again, eventually it's going to be less rewarding. And another main thing that I feel stops people from starting to reach their potential is wanting to be perfect and wanting to wait for the perfect time. Let me tell you, there will never be a perfect time, because until you've done what you want to do tons and tons of times, you're not going to be an expert on it. Because how does someone become an expert in their craft? By doing, by practicing, by putting it out into the world and getting better at it. Anyone you see who's successful in a business has tried and failed a million times. Anyone you see who's doing some crazy skill, like, I don't know, skateboarding, trapeze artist, whatever it is, do you know how many times they practice those moves? Do you know how many times a dancer went over the same routine? Everyone starts as a beginner. No one came out of the womb amazing at what they want to do. You have to just get over that thought in your head of wanting to be perfect, because you're not going to be perfect. And you have to just start to enjoy that and appreciate it and be like, the sooner I start, the sooner I can get better. But first, you have to focus on just putting what you want out into the world. People are nervous to go into the gym because they're not going to be good at the beginning. Obviously, you're not going to start out being good, but it's going to be rewarding as you get better and as you see yourself grow, which you can only do when you push yourself to start. There is no perfect moment, and if you wait for that, you're just limiting your own potential. There's never going to be a point where you suddenly feel 100% ready. And the last point I want to hit on for this video when it comes to reaching your potential, not everyone in this world wants to do something big with their life, wants to improve themselves, or even thinks about it. Like, a lot of people I find really just go through the motion. But if you're here, if you're watching this video, that's not you, that's not me either. Like, you know that you're meant to do something with a bigger purpose, and you're meant to improve yourself, and that is such a strength, because a lot of people don't think like that. There are people who don't care at all about improving their lives or about getting better in any type of way. So you have to realize that it's going to come with challenges, but it's a blessing that you even have that want in your life, because it means you're there for something bigger and you have that thought for a reason. If you're here, you found this for a reason, we connected for a reason. I'm a big believer that you wouldn't have been given the vision if you weren't fully capable of doing it and if you weren't supposed to do it. So you have to just trust your intuition and get started, make the changes, and actually just push yourself and realize it's gonna be hard, but the only thing that's harder than getting started is staying in place and just living with that regret of not getting started. Trust and believe, if you have these desires to make these changes, it's because you're fully capable of making it happen. You got it, you have this vision for a reason, and you're fully capable of making it happen.